Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Wednesday, August 19th. Last time on Persona a Day, summer break continued, as did the movie festival that's going on at the Screenshot Theater. Early in the day, I had an invite from Bebe, and it was a lot of fun. I decided to take him up on that offer. I attended a French movie. It was fun to get his perspective on things. We got a little bit closer, and I even made some academic progress. In the evening, the team and I decided to once again head to Tartarus. We once again managed to fight well, gain some levels, found some materials to make some new equipment potentially, defeated a guardian, and by the end of the dark hour, we made it all the way to floor 110. It was through a one-way teleporter that we exited, so I won't be resuming right from that floor, but it was so cool to get that far and to know the team is capable of that. Summer break continues as the team and I strive for the balance of productivity and fun. Can we do so again today? What summer memories can we make? Can we keep making progress and getting ready for the full moon? Find out on today's episode of Persona a Day. Okay, so here we are. This is where we wrapped things up last night. It was another great night in Tartarus. As the day went on, I wasn't even sure I was going to be here last night, but by the end of it, I was so happy that the team and I decided to come. Made really good progress. Gained some good levels. I'm all the way up to 40, as is Fuka. Our average is right around 37-ish, 37, 38. So it's pretty close to in line with everybody. I think everybody's average might be a touch higher than that, but I'm still on pace, and I'm very happy about that. As of the end of yesterday, we had 18 days, so it'll be 17 days until the full moon from today. But it's been really nice to just take those steps now and try to stay ahead of things so that it is just that balancing act of being ready ahead of time and not having to scramble at the last minute. If the dark hour were longer, it would have been a lot of fun to continue, but time is what it is, so the hour came to an end and we headed back to the dorm from here.
Oh, hello.
So let's do that and get caught up with the real calendar. So yes, that was how Tuesday ended, and here we are on Wednesday the 19th.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth.
Okay, not the call I expected this morning, but that's always nice to hear from Elizabeth.
I am calling to inform you that more humans have wandered into Tartarus.
Not with the best news necessarily, but it's another good reason to get back to Tartarus.
One this time, I believe. Please swiftly and safely conduct a search and rescue.
Absolutely. That's one of those time-limited things. We have until the full moon. We have 17 days. I don't want to make whoever's stuck there linger that long, so I'll try to get there sooner than later, but it is definitely good to know that there is another reason to head to Tartarus.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye, and thank you for the information. Okay, so here we are. Just like the last few days, it's nice getting up and getting the day going and not having immediate responsibilities. We've been going to school all of last week for those summer classes, so to get back to being on summer break, it just feels so good. The whole day is mine. There's that feeling of freedom and possibility that the whole day could be whatever we want it to be. I've got some messages, some mails. Let's start with that. All right, we've got one from Hi SA. How about food? Let's grab a bite somewhere. I'll be waiting at the strip mall. It'd be good to see him again. It was kind of nice to get a couple different meals the last few times. Been a while since we've encountered Bunkichi. Bookworms is open. You see, lately my wife has been saying she wants to see Tom-chan. Keisuke Hiraga here, movie maybe. Sorry for reaching out on such short notice. There's a movie out right now that's been getting some critical acclaim regarding its artistic direction. I'm sure it'd help with your charisma too. I might have bought an extra ticket and I was wondering if you'd like to come along. Let me know. The movies the last 2 days were wonderful, so seeing this message from Keisuke really motivates me to want to consider that. Even better, I found a major arcana last night in Tartarus that will result in increased social skill progress today, so sounds like this will benefit my charisma, and it'll just benefit it even that much more thanks to last night. So it really sounds like a good opportunity. Something fun, something summer-related, something with a friend. All good things. So right now, in my head, that's kind of the front runner for what I want to look at doing today. And of course, we have an ad here from Wakatsu PR. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes your brain, which in turn can improve your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. Okay. So, nice to see that. Nice to have the framework of a plan already. Looking at another movie, potentially. Our social skills are looking good. Going the wrong way to get there, though. Yeah. 5 in charm, 5 in courage, 4 in academics. Popular, fearless, and smart. What an awesome thing to see. And there's still more room to grow in every direction, so I'm not going to let up on that. Still motivated to just keep seeing how far I can push things. And even looking back to April, I mean, it hasn't really been that long to have come this far already. So I'm very happy to see all this. And I'm going to head downstairs and see who's around, who's got anything to talk about, and then we'll see how everybody else chose to spend their day. Kind of fun to try to make it our own first and then see what everybody else did, rather than just going right to see what everyone else's choice was and kind of saying, yeah, that makes sense. I'll do what they did. And it's always kind of cool to see the different distribution of people around and what they've been doing. Some people have new things to talk about. Others, have the same stuff. Others have been out during the day, so I haven't seen Junpei in a while, it feels like. Why? Damn, it's hot. Why is it so hot inside, too? Help, I'm melting. Yeah, it is summer. It feels like that. Kind of ironic for somebody like Junpei to talk about that as well, because if I remember right, I know his attacks are based on fire, but isn't he resistant to fire technically? I know that isn't quite a one-to-one sort of thing. It's not like that persona ability protects him from summertime heat, but I guess he's resistant to it, not totally immune to it. Even people that can tolerate the heat can still get bothered by it. Let's check the TV while we're here. Hai won its 11th victory, the first in 4 years. And now another missing person report. Satsuki Onozuka, 34, a housewife in the Bay Area, has been reported missing. Police are searching for leads and ask the public for assistance. There's a possibility that she may have wandered into Tartarus. We must go rescue her. I'll try to confirm at the police station, but it seems very likely, as we've seen in the past, that those news reports correspond to the missing person.
I'm sorry.
This dorm was built some time ago, so the air conditioning unit doesn't work very well. It's usually tolerable, but today, I can understand why Iori is griping so much. I like how that's a very positive way for even Mitsuru to kind of let on that it isn't comfortable here, and that's almost her way of, I don't want to say complaining, but voicing her displeasure in a positive, framed way. And it's also kind of that motivation to maybe get out and do some other things. Going to a movie that's probably nicely air-conditioned with friends just, sounds that much better compared to a hot, stuffy, potentially stuffy lounge here. Doesn't seem like anybody's all that bothered, though. But yeah, I'm thinking of a movie still, but let's take a look and see what everyone else's choice for the day was. 96% went social links. A lot of good choices. The Old Couple, Maiko, saw that film with Haraga, and spent time with Hayase. 4% went everywhere else. All right, floors explored. I'm actually pretty good on that. I'm pretty close to average level on 40. I'm a little bit below that. We saw floor 110 last night, but like I said during the intro, we ended at a one-way teleporter, so I don't quite remember where the two-way teleporter for resuming is, but it's not quite that high. I think it might be a touch beyond 103, but probably not too far. But we're making good progress. I don't feel that behind yet. It's not like I'm already playing catch-up or anything. I've got good equipment. Actually, speaking of equipment, I did find some base materials and some gems in Tartarus last night, so that'll be one of the stops at Polonia Mall. I've got some things to sell Officer Kurosawa, and I'll stop by the antique store and see what else I can make. And I just want to kind of go everywhere else and see what's going on. Koromaru's got nothing new to say, but I want to, how can you not just stop and say hi to Koromaru? Arf, arf. Oh yeah, there's a good start to the day. Koromaru looks like he's having fun. Very good. Very, very good. Let's mix it up. I've been starting at the station and going around that way for a while. Let's actually start at the mall and kind of just work a different rotation. Yes, So that might get me multiple rides on the train there. I don't really see anybody new to talk to here. Let's confirm the missing person information here first off while it's on our head, on our mind, in our head, wherever it is. Yep, that is Satsuki Onozuka. That was the information we saw on the news report. We have until 9/4, which feels like a far off time, but it's going to be closer than we think. Last sighted, reported missing on 8/18 by her spouse. She vanished while dining out with her family. Female, 34 years old, housewife. All right. I mean, not all right, but I have that information now, so that will be good. Let's sell some of the stuff we found in Tartarus last night.
Be careful out there.
Sales are on Monday. I want to keep taking advantage of those. I was able to gear up pretty well earlier this week, so there still might be a few things to buy, but not anything as critical as it started out.
What'd you bring? Wanna sell in bulk?
36,000. Yeah, prices are going up for things we're buying, but we're finding more valuable stuff in Tartarus to kind of help offset that a little bit.
Sure, it's a deal.
186,448. Very nice balance. So Officer Kurosawa, thank you so much for the support. We wouldn't be where we are without you, and I appreciate it. I hope your day is going well, and it stays as peaceful as possible. I'll see you when I do.
All done here?
I am.
Come back soon.
Selling that stuff also kind of made me remember, potentially incorrectly, but I think we found some new footwear last night, and I was going to swap something off on Mitsuru. Some Crimson Greaves for something else. Yeah, I had a pair of cyber shoes here that we'd swapped out for something somebody else was using, but yeah, that's one less thing to buy. I kind of remember talking about that yesterday, so let's get those equipped. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Yeah, it was those insulated tights for Yukari. That's what we found just as we were ending things yesterday, I think. Right around there. All right. As far as their day goes, I'm still looking at that movie. That is the Fortune social link. I shouldn't have to stop and think about that, but it's been a while since I've been at school. So yes, Fortune is where we're looking. So do I have a Fortune persona? I do not. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, but I do remember yesterday that I did gain a little bit of social progress with the corresponding persona, so I want to just make sure I try to do that today. So I'm going to talk to Igor and Elizabeth and either summon or fuse a fortune persona.
Good day. Are you accepting a request?
Still current on requests, that's good.
Very well.
So let's stop inside and see what I can do. I already registered everything last night. So this is just kind of a social visit to stop and say hi to the both of them, as well as some business, I suppose, to either fuse or summon a fortune persona. I'm going to start with looking to fuse, just because it's been so nice making the new personas that I have recently.
Shall we take a look?
Okay, we could look at Clotho here. Star and Temperance, Tower and Moon, or Star and Chariot. Probably Star and Chariot, since I don't see myself having a chance to interact with the track team in the next week or so. This will lose my Star persona. That is a good persona, though. I guess Star is going to be where we're going to go for most of these, though.
This would be a wise choice.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a new persona, and I can resummon it. I do have the money that I made today, so that doesn't put that out of reach. It will be one more new persona. A good balance of stats. Magic focused, which is good. Let's see the background. One of the three Moirae sisters in Greek mythology, she spins the thread of fate. All right. Knows Garula, totally resistant to wind and weak to fire.
What do you wish to inherit?
Can inherit a lot of different skills. I like having growth on those, as I've said many a time. Regenerate wouldn't be bad either. Don't have any elemental skills to pass along, but nullifying debuffs is kind of nice, so let's take that. And then two more others. Dodge fire actually seems to make a lot of sense here, since this persona is weak to fire. And then there's all those auto abilities, or regenerate. 2% HP every turn isn't bad, but I mean, I guess that's going to happen anytime I'm missing HP, whereas all these others are kind of situational. So yeah, let's take that.
It will receive a fair amount.
Get a little bit of extra experience this way. I could always resummon, this star persona, but I might hold off on that. I mean, I'm not looking to do anything with that social link right away. It was a good persona to start fights with all of its auto abilities that would trigger as the fight began, but it's in the compendium too. So not like I've lost it. It's just changed forms now. I'm Clotho. I'll spin the thread of destiny ever at your side. Yeah, and it's been, like I said earlier too, it's really cool to see these new persona coming into being and just seeing that other aspect of progress being made. Ooh, Mepatra. That's going to be handy. Cures distress, confuse, charm, rage, and fear for all allies. I was kind of lamenting not having anything like that the other day, so let's go ahead and, lowers all foes. Yeah, let's go. We'll get rid of Windbreak. Okay, that feels good. I think that's all I'm going to look at right now. I don't need to summon anything new. And
We look forward.
if we end up in Tartarus tonight, that's when I'll look at fusing more other persona, but for now, this covers the needs for the daytime hours. So it does what it needs. I'm happy to have it. And seeing that I'm, fusing persona now that I end up at level 39, I mean, that feels so huge. And I do have 3 open slots now, so the next time I'm in Tartarus, I can pick up some along the way, which is also going to be good. We've made that progress, so let's get the game saved as well. I haven't done that yet today. But yeah, I found those antique materials throughout the tower last night. We had a monad door, which was good, and then just a couple random pieces here and there. So I'll stop in and see what I can trade off.
Oh, yes. Which one?
I remember finding the Nile cloth. Well, let's just work our way from the bottom up. I'm not sure if what I can make with this cloth is comparable to what I can buy now, since the new gear came out at Officer Kurosawa's place.
So, what will it be?
Let's see. Yeah, 60 evasion, endurance +3. I think that's still technically lower than, cyber shoes themselves are 63.
You never really know what life has in store for you.
Those are even less evasive. So the leg pieces aren't really necessary.
Like you.
I do still have plate mail on, but I think that also has kind of been outpaced by some of, the robe of warding is what I could be buying from Officer Kurosawa at 150. Plate mail does resist dizzy, but yeah, so I'm kind of thinking this Nile cloth, as good as it had been before, is kind of a legacy material now.
So,
The same is going to be true for these Nile blades I've got, and the black sword.
What would you like?
Yep. But these AS generic materials, they might actually be able to be utilized.
What would you like?
Before I do that, though, I just remembered that I'm trying to trade off for an item here,
Go on, look around.
but I'm not sure I've got the requisite materials. I do not. Oh, I have one of the topaz I need. I need one more. So I'm going to try not to spend anything that takes topaz. I mean, I've only got one, so it's probably going to be pretty easy not to spend that
Creating
one. But
equipment. So, what will it be?
all right, so mostly accessories here, but there are a few pieces. I've already got the phalanx shell for Agus. I do know that her weapon was a little bit behind what could even be purchased, so that might be a good pickup.
Everything I craft is sure to be useful.
I can't remember
against the
Koromaru
shadows.
here.
Give them a go.
Okay.
Will you?
It's a slight boost in defense, and it also has that endurability. It restores 1 HP upon death once per battle. Good staying power there. I've got a lot of onyx and amethyst, and I've got the materials. So yeah, unless I'm looking at making these accessories, but these all take black quartz, so which I could afford. And yeah, this nucleus rifle, 170 attack and 99 accuracy, is a big upgrade from the 6-shot.
Wielding a
But let me take a look at Officer Kurosawa's and just kind of compare what he does have for sale.
Please don't overexert yourself and get injured.
I think the nucleus rifle is going to still be the better way to go, but
Everything good. Come again.
let's take that 1 second to take a look and make sure. Probably going to be right back there to trade off for it.
Good to see you. Uh-huh. What are you looking for?
Okay. Yeah, so it's the same attack, but slightly less accurate here if I were to go with this one. So yeah, I will take
Come back soon.
the more accurate variant. And it's going to save me money, which, yeah, it's going to be one less thing I need to purchase next time.
Come on in. Which one?
I've got the materials, I've got the gems. It's pretty perfect.
You're sure about this, right?
I am.
Here you go. Thanks for waiting.
And I don't see any reason not to pick something up for Koromaru here. Yeah. I mean, I did just buy the hard dog suit not that long ago, but this is better, so let's take it.
Are you sure?
I am.
Here, it's all yours. Is that all you need?
It is.
Hope to see you soon.
Now, the most important thing is remembering to equip these items. And jump from 145.93 to 170.99. Very good. All right. Progress. It's always good. And not having to spend money for them just feels that much better, too. I still can't bring him what he needs to continue the trade chain for Elizabeth here, but one of these days. So, pharmacist, I hope you're having a good day. Store's looking good. Materials that you offer are amazing. And I appreciate you being here.
You got everything you need?
I sure do.
Thanks.
All right, let's take a look in Game Parade here. Make it one more stop on our rounds. You're the Answer and Edgar's House of Fortunes. Good options, but a movie sounds like a lot of fun today. Suimitsu, good to see you. Gourmet King, I hope you're having a good summer. I know I do want to spend more time with him in the future too, but not necessarily right away. So this takes care of our business side of things. Oh, let's see. How about heading to the shrine for now and taking that bit of a break? We did a lot of shopping, saw a lot of people. Maiko, hope your summer's going wonderfully. Good to see you. We'll play again sometime soon. Oh, that's right. Yeah, totally forgot while I was here, but I'm trying to continue that quest for Elizabeth in this area as well. Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to find a 500 yen bill by visiting the shrine 100 times. Maybe I should pray before I go. So far, there's no sign of my prayer being answered. Maybe I'll try again later. I'd kind of been holding off on that the last few days because I wasn't sure if that was an activity that was going to advance my time forward, but it turns out it wasn't. So I'm going to try to get back on track on doing that and work on that request for a while. But we are here at the shrine, so let's take a moment to take a few deep breaths, enjoy nature, and just contemplate where the day goes from here. Okay, how's everybody feeling? Was that a good break? All right, I think so too. Let's keep this day going. We're right here, so I think it probably makes sense to start at the station, and we'll just take it down to the Port Island station, since that's where the screenshot is anyway. I still want to stop at places like the Net Cafe. I always go up these stairs. Let's go the other side this time. Don't see anybody else to talk to over here either. Nice to just see everybody going about their summer and enjoying their day in whatever ways they are. There are so many just, little background groups doing their own thing. And it's just so fitting because it populates that world in ways that we don't need to interact with them, but to see them there, the brain already knows what they're up to, and it just makes it feel like a real place. We're still good here. And we are seeing potentially more of the Lost starting to show up again. That's how the case, that's how it's been, and I'm sure it's just going to continue from here. But we're going to keep doing as much as we can to mitigate that. Oh, okay, the taxi driver's got something new to talk about. I know summer's the best time to release stress, but you've got to use common sense. These kids think the inside of my cab is a karaoke studio or something. Okay, yeah, this is interesting. I mean, if you don't like it, it is your cab. You've got to take ownership of it, then tell them off. So, yeah, I mean, to say that it can't be helped. It's like, no, it can be helped. They are having a good time and technically not hurting anything, but this is your cab. It's your world. You're in charge of it. So if it's not something you like, there's probably a tactful way to say it, but yeah, be the boss, basically, then tell them off. Nah, it ain't my place to lecture somebody else's kid. That's a very fair point, too. You know, if they're not hurting anything, whether you like it or not, sometimes you just have to kind of, grin and bear it. No matter how bad their manners stink, as long as they're on that seat, they're my customers. Okay, well, I do appreciate that professionalism. That is good to hear. And it's very much that balance of, yeah, you can dislike something and still understand why it happens and put up with it. That's part of working in the real world. You don't have to like everything, but you have to know how to handle it. Well, we're going to make our way over to a movie soon, but let's stop in the outskirts here and see how things are going. Mute the energetic cat. Hello to the timid cat. And the delinquents are looking good too. Everybody's got their routines, and I'm right there with them, so I approve. I'm happy to see people doing what they do. Yeah, I think we've seen everything in the area, so I'm going to again save the game and give a call to. Sorry, getting sidetracked here. Give a call to Hiraga. Because it does sound like a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun Monday and Tuesday coming here to the theaters, and just to kind of continue that today. It'll be nice to make the progress with my social skill, but more than that, to see Hiraga, since it hasn't been in a recent time. It was back when we were at school a couple weeks ago. So to make a little bit of social progress here, I've got that new persona to make it that much better. And to enjoy a movie with him, yeah, I mean, there's just so much good to be said for that. I'm excited for it. Looks like Hiraga wants to watch a movie together. I can help with my charm. I've got Clotho. And yes, I've got the Temperance Arcana from last night, so there's that slight bit of an additional bonus as well. Should I take him up? Yes, I think that sounds fun. Let's go. I should reply to him.
Sorry to make you wait. Shall we?
And all week, it's also been kind of cool to just see everybody in different attire. I mean, I guess my character kind of excluded since he seems to be fairly consistent, but to see all my friends in just like their non-school uniforms and their summer attire, just, a whole new light, a whole new setting for them, and just that feeling of seeing someone you haven't seen in a while. But yeah, well, let's enjoy the movie.
All right, the coffee's brewed, and the beans are Kilimanjaro, of course. That aroma is unbelievable. To think we trekked almost 6 kilometers for this one cup of coffee. It truly is a magnificent sight, my friend. This view, being here with you, I'll cherish this memory for as long as I live.
Sounds like quite the dramatic scene. I mean, I almost don't even want to talk over the music here. And this talk of a great cup of coffee just makes me want one of my own, but that'll have to wait. This music, this is good. So much beautiful scenery in the movie. I feel like I've sharpened my aesthetic sense. And that is especially fitting to be here with the president of the art club, and it'll be kind of fun after the movie to talk things out with him about that and get his take on what stood out to him. What other things? I'm definitely no practiced student of art, so I'm kind of more that beginner that doesn't really know but can still kind of appreciate things. But to hear somebody like Hiraga talk about it and see what he noticed, framing things and color balances and all the things that I can't even comprehend, it sounds like a lot of fun to be able to just have that time after the movie to see what stood out to him. See how I can appreciate it differently too with that new knowledge. And a lot of progress there. That feels great. Obviously not enough to level up just yet, but it wasn't that long ago I reached the popular stage. Very nice, though, to have additional progress like that today. It just feels like even better use of my time.
Wow, that was a spectacle for the ages. I'm so glad we came.
I'm glad he had fun. I had fun. I mean, again, just like the other days, this is perfect. This is that summer memory for the both of us. Something I can look back on and just say, this week was the movie festival, a screenshot. I went with a lot of different friends to a lot of different movies, and I seem to have enjoyed all of them so far. I don't know if it's just a couple days like this. I mean, this was the third day. It covers all three of our different social skills, so I'm not sure if that kind of like wraps things up because that kind of metagaming idea of there's 3 social skills and I've already done one of each, or if it continues on and there's something different the next few days. I've enjoyed it though so far, so I'm going to keep my eyes open in the next few days to see if there are any more opportunities like this.
Well, we should probably head back.
All right, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for having the ticket for me. I appreciate it very much. I parted ways with Haraga and went back to the dorm. All right, that was a fun daytime side of the day.
Welcome back.
Sup, dude? Damn, it's hot. I'm sweating like a pig over here, man.
No.
Stay strong, Iori. The heat will only affect you if you allow it to. I was going to kind of question that too, but I like how she herself kind of sounds like she's trying to convince herself as much as Iori. Of course, there are limits to that theory. Alright, looks like there's some fun opportunities here at the dorm. There's cooking with Akihiko, continuing to watch that DVD series with Yukari. I wonder if I would still get a bonus to my social skills since I already did that once today during the movie. We do also have the opportunity to go to Tartarus. Somebody does need to be rescued. There's kind of that part of me, though, that wants to mix it up a little bit. I mean, I don't want to leave somebody trapped there unduly, but it's that tough choice. Is it selfish to want to watch a DVD and just kind of hang out at the dorm and leave somebody stuck there for another dark hour? Saying it out loud, yeah, I guess it probably kind of is, but let's see. I've got some messages first. Let's start there. Limited menu today. Today is our special menu day. We only have limited quantities, so get yours before they run out. First come, first served. Our tender pork is a friend of beautiful skin. Make yourself shine by eating at Hagakure. Games parade, or game parade, about games. Come and play our popular crane game and try to win a prize. Then stick around and hop into one of our many immersive video games. There's great fun to be had, whether you're alone or with friends. We can't wait to see you. And it's the third day of the week. It's Wednesday. The first 3 days always seem to be part-time opportunities at Chagall. We hope everyone is having a great day. Chagall is looking for someone to work the cafe today. Students may apply, no experience required. This is a paid position, and the perks include free pheromone coffee. We look forward to meeting you. Okay, some good opportunities there. I'm not sure about social links. There wasn't a text from President Tanaka. There's a chance Mutatsu-san would be a club escapade tonight. I think it's usually a little bit later in the week, but we are kind of at that midpoint already, so he might already be there. Kind of nice to take a look at the shelf over here. I talked about it a few times throughout the week, but just to see it starting to fill up with things. There's the certificate from the track meet and the shell from our vacation and the mask from the festival the other day. And, the room is becoming a bit more personalized. And as far as tonight goes, I've also kind of talked before about wanting to make the most of the time with friends. For a while there, I was going out and getting dinner quite frequently, and then that was a lot of fun too, but there's that thought of places hopefully staying there, but not knowing where people will be in the future. So when I've got these nights when people do have things they want to do, it feels like potential fun to take advantage of that. I believe... Am I misremembering? I think I did all the cooking with Akihiko and gained a characteristic from him. But let's take a look and just... let's see. Yeah, that buff boost. Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, that's not a reason not to cook with Akihiko again today, but between that option and spending time watching a DVD with Yukari, I'm going to probably go with the DVD with Yukari. I do want to see where that series goes from there. That helped with my courage, was it? And if I get a further bonus from having the major arcana from the other night, that would be good. But I'm going to step out as well and just see what's around town. We'll get somewhere else. I've been standing by the desk quite a few times here to check the how people spent their evening. So let's stop somewhere around here. Look at it somewhere different. Get some different background music, a different scene. We'll stop by the fountain here. I like fountains. So yeah, how did everybody else spend their night? I'm thinking, giving the missing person showing up in Tartarus last night and being available to rescue today, that a lot of people are choosing Tartarus. Nothing wrong with that. And I mean, I'm always going to consider things. But having been there the last 2 nights and still planning to go back in the future, again, I feel a little guilty making somebody linger in Tartarus. But as long as we rescue them before the next full moon, they should be okay. Narrative-wise, though, I mean, I know our team wants to rescue them sooner than later. We'll do what we can, I suppose. But again, that just kind of says that I think a lot of people probably did go to Tartarus tonight, so I expect to see a higher percentage there. I might be surprised, but I don't know if Mutatsu-san is available, but that would be the only social link tonight, since I don't see President Tanaka over here. But that would be then the choice between social time at the dorm potentially, or other daily life activities versus Tartarus. So let's finally take that look. But I guess before I do, I'm still leaning a bit more towards spending time with Yukari, just to kind of put that out there now, and not be totally influenced right away by what we see. Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised. I really did expect more people would have gone to Tartarus at this point. 16 is a higher percent than we've seen in a while. It's usually been single digits, it feels like. But 84% did go daily life. And with 0% social links, I'm pretty sure that suggests that Mutatsu-san is not available. But this time around, I think I am going to go with my gut and stick with that daily life plan of watching that DVD with Yukari. We were, like I said, in Tartarus the last few nights. The rest of the team deserves a break as much as I feel like I want one. That just makes us that much more prepared to address things properly next time we're there as well. I want to rescue the person as much as the rest of the team does, but we need to be in the right headspace and rested up properly to do that. So we'll take tonight to kind of rest and recover and be that much more capable next time we're available to go to Tartarus. And it's also one of those, there's not always that ability to do things at the dorm. So other nights when there isn't the choice to do social things with others at the dorm, that makes it that much easier to head off to Tartarus and use the time that way. I still do want to stop here, though, just kind of make it one more place in our evening. I don't see anybody that's got anything new to talk about. Although there's the luxury shopkeeper over here. Actually thinking about that. Okay, yeah. I was say I wonder if he sells topaz, but he does not. But I knew they weren't exactly cheap, but they weren't overly expensive. But if it was one of those affordable things, I'm like, well, maybe if he was selling them for 5,000, I only needed the one. But I'll hold off on that. I'm sure we'll find another one in Tartarus soon. And it's also kind of cool to look at my balance and see that things like this, the avaricious ring, that 100,000 looked unattainable for the longest time, and it's still not something I'm going to spend right now, but it's something I could actually spend if I wanted to. And a ring that grants the wearer more experience in battle. That is a good potential thing to have. It does cost the use of the accessory slot for other things, though. So all things are a trade-off. And yeah, I mean, there's $500,000 here. A luxury necklace that protects the wearer from all ailments. Ailments can really change the pace of battle quickly. I can't shift when I'm affected by an ailment. I can't be part of an all-out attack. We saw yesterday that shadows are getting smarter too, and there were those that would afflict us with distress and then use Ghastly Wail, which is that 1-2, combo that knocks people out. That doesn't do us any favors, obviously, but the shadows are getting smarter about that as well, so we need to start becoming more prepared to defend against it as well. I guess if we're growing, they're going to grow, and it's kind of going to keep that back and forth going. I'll still take another look at the strip mall here. I don't expect to see anybody, so I probably am not going to climb all the way up to the top, but we'll just take that look from here and Yeah, it looks about normal. Some people aren't looking quite so good. Let's keep using that as motivation for what we need to do as a group. Yeah, that was a good little walk around town. Probably nicer to be out now than it was at the hotter part of the day earlier. Just having the chance to be out, though, and make the day what it was. I got to do some shopping. I got to go to a movie. I got to do a lot of things. Let's come in and get cleaned up and probably think about the garden on the roof. Hopefully. This is also that chance to kind of just make sure I'm not forgetting about something else important. Yeah, okay. Seeing that come up there kind of like throws that in my face. Am I thinking about the garden? You know, are my plants doing okay? Oh yeah, and there's also someone facing mortal danger in Tartarus, but yeah. I feel a little guilty still seeing that. It's like thinking about watching a DVD with a friend instead of going and rescuing somebody. You know, they need to be rescued soon. But a DVD... I'm gonna stick with the plan. Yeah. If Yukari didn't want to do this, she wouldn't be suggesting it either. No, that's not fair. That sounds like I'm outsourcing my choice to her and saying, well, she wanted to do it. I just had to go along for it. No, that's not fair. I signed the contract over here. I'm making a choice and I'm taking my consequences with it. But like I said, I'm going to use this logic and say that this is going to help the team and I recover from the last 2 days and be in peak shape next time we're in Tartarus to efficiently rescue the person who is trapped. Let's go with that. And I am going to save the game here as well. Yeah, let's end our day here doing something fun with Yukari.
Hey,
I haven't been able to stop thinking about how that show ended last time, so I borrowed the next DVD. That's right, I probably should kind of set the stage here. She borrowed a DVD from a friend. It seemed like it had a strong female lead. It was being well reviewed from people, and she wanted to see where the series went. We watched a handful of episodes, but she was a little concerned coming into it because it also seemed to have some horror elements to it. That's definitely not a genre she's a fan of, as we remember from the investigation into the ghost stories back a few months ago. But it's something she wants to work on and move past, and still try to enjoy something that's popular, So she invited me to watch it with her, and I took her up on that, and it was a lot of fun, just to kind of do that activity together, do something different. I'll see her take on things, and it seems like I enjoyed the show just as much as she did. And we watched as much as was on the first DVD, and she was going to borrow the next one from the friend to see where it continued. So it sounds like that's what she did here. Watching the show might help improve my charm. Okay, it was charm, not courage. Okay, and this is good information to keep in mind for the future, that the Temperance Arcana does affect everything throughout the day. So, yeah, that feels like an even better choice than tonight to make use of that. I'm going to just gain that little bit more charm progress. A lot of charm today between the afternoon and evening activities then. Very cool. But yeah, I think this will be fun. So how about it, Shima-kun? Are you up to watch more of the zombie show with me? That's right. The horror elements were zombie themed. I didn't quite mention that, but I'm not sure how important that is to know, but it is part of the knowledge. But yeah, let's do this.
yes.
All right then, let's get into it.
This series always has such crazy plot twists.
I wonder if no one else wanted to watch with us, or if she didn't really invite anybody else. Hopefully, well, I'm here either way, so I guess I'm not going to worry about the others and what choices they made. Maybe they're doing something else fun that they wanted to do. I hope so. The series always has such crazy plot twists. That can be good when they're well executed, but if they just totally come out of nowhere, I guess when it's well done, I guess even if they came out of nowhere, it could be good, but it's a popular series. I guess it wouldn't be popular if it wasn't well done. Unless it was so badly done that it's kind of that, like, wow, who saw that coming sort of thing. You have to watch just to see the absurdity of it. But I don't think that's the case here.
When the main girl's best friend betrayed her, I was like, what?
Yeah, sometimes those can be really rewarding twists that you don't see coming, but especially when it's really well seeded and you can kind of look back and see the signs that were there that you didn't consciously pick up on beforehand, and just like, wow, they did set all this up and I totally missed it, and just to really be that invested into it.
Being backstabbed by the one person you trusted most is just horrible.
That is true, yes. And it would definitely make someone potentially a lot more jaded and not want to trust anybody from then on. It's like the one person I trusted betrayed me, so that proves trust is a detriment and I can't trust anybody anymore. Which is an unfortunate facet of life for some people, but still kind of a sad one that thankfully I've been fortunate enough not to be in that situation yet. I hope none of you have either, but it does happen and it's unfortunate.
What would you do if that happened to you?
If I were betrayed, what would I do? What would I do? I'd like to think that I would forgive and forget, but that is tough because, like I said, I haven't been in that situation, and much as I don't really want to admit it, stuff like that, I can be as petty as the next person. I mean, I'm not proud of that. I'm not saying that with my my chest out and a happy voice about that, but it's not whatever. I mean, if it's someone you trust that much, they're such an integral part of your life to be betrayed like that. It's got to push you in some direction, whether it drives you to forgive or if it leaves that scar. So I feel like I've got to pick between these choices. If the person was really such an important part of your life, it's hard. I mean, I really wish and hope that I could forgive and forget. If they were so important to me, a bad encounter, a bad choice, it might be a one-off thing. I mean, it might not, but I love the writing in this game because it really does make you stop and think about these, I mean, potentially innocuous things. I mean, this might be one of those game choices that doesn't really technically change anything, but as this is part of our narrative playthrough, I do want to give it the proper due diligence it deserves. And, I mean, I would be shaken, and it would be hard to recover from, but if the person really did mean that much to me coming into things, I'm sure there'd be a middle of the road. I would want to move past it, but I wouldn't come out of it unscathed either. It's not like I would just totally turn the other cheek and say, "Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it." It would definitely leave a mark on me, but I don't want to be that totally bitter person and say that, I'm done with you forever. I never want to interact with you again, and everything that happened before this is meaningless now because of the one thing that just happened. That's not to say that doesn't happen. That could very much be a thing, so I'm not trying to make light of any of these situations that do exist out there, but maybe if I want to hold myself to that standard and say that hopefully I can be the bigger person and try to forgive. But I don't think I'm going to forget. Like I say, it's between these two. Saying I would never recover seems like a sad, unfortunate thing that could very much be true. And to just totally be water under the bridge with it, that also seems very unlikely. But I'm gonna try to, I guess, I want to be better. And I'm not gonna do that if I just kind of give in ahead of time and say, well, it is what it is. I'm a petty person. I'm gonna turnabout is fair play. I'm gonna give up. That's not to say I wouldn't slide to that, but yeah, I'm going to try to say I would forgive and forget. I hope I would.
That's awfully admirable. You sound just like the main character.
Yeah. And there's also that fine line of it's admirable, but it's also maybe unrealistic. Are you sure that's what you would do? And I feel like it's the middle choice between the two. I would try to move past it, but there's always going to be that part of betrayal that sticks with you.
To be honest, there was once a girl I was close to who suddenly started avoiding me. It wasn't a full-blown betrayal or anything, but I was so hurt by that. It's hard to forgive and forget.
And yeah, that I totally understand. Well, I think I understand. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier. It hurt. There was that bond idea, and it was forcibly changed. That doesn't just roll off you. That leaves a mark.
Oh shoot, it's starting. It's so fast-paced, we really need to pay attention.
Oh, how many times have we been watching something where it's, that's been the case? Watching, reading, playing, doing. You can't stop there. This is the most important pivotal scene. And obviously they know that. That was a clear choice. And you need to see the next one. It's not even a want anymore. It's like you have to continue the story.
Ugh, it happens every time. But they're so good at leaving you hanging.
They are, aren't they? Maybe I should try to work better about that. Maybe that'll, keep you guys wanting to come back, right? I need more cliffhangers. Unless cliffhangers become cliche.
I need to know how it ends. Let's watch more next time, okay?
Absolutely. Sounds like I'm just as invested in this as she is, and it was surprising to have such a deep conversation / rabbit hole of thought during this. Kind of, literally makes you think. I want to continue that. It takes me out of that comfort zone and forces me to look at that side of myself that that it's easier to not want to look at and just pretend is in there and not have to address. I'm good at avoiding things, so sometimes having that light shined on things is hard but necessary. A weird tangent to be going on after just watching a DVD together, but the DVD itself seemed like fun too, so I am excited from a connoisseur of story to see where that goes. By observing the main character, I've begun to understand the charm of an adult. Very nice. A little bit more progress. Very good. Still popular, still fearless, still smart. Still happy.
It's getting pretty late. We better head back to our rooms.
Yeah, that gets us rested up and ready for tomorrow. Hopefully whatever summer fun we can make of it will continue. And we'll also have to be ready to get to Tartarus whenever we are next able. Still have to be responsible and get ready for the full moon, and more than that, to rescue the person who's stuck there. Okay. Looks like that's the end of the day. Let's head back to the desk and talk about it. Okay, here we are. That was the end of Wednesday the 19th. Hard to believe we're this far into the month already. But it was a really good day. Not quite as long as some of them, but we still managed to fit a lot into the day, it feels like. This was kind of that balancing day between the last few nights in Tartarus and that time for the team to rest and recover and to just also be people. You need that sometimes. You can't just be going every day all the time. But you can't just be doing the fun things and ignoring the responsibilities either. So it's striking that balance. And I feel like that was really what today was about. Getting that call early in the morning and reminding me about the responsibility side from Elizabeth and how there is someone who is trapped in Tartarus right now. I do need to address that sooner than later. But that wasn't where I saw the day going today. During the day, I was able to do my walk around town and see the sights, pick up some new gear from the antique store, sell some stuff that I found in Tartarus last night to fill my wallet out a bit. I fused a new persona. So there were a lot of little stops that all kind of contributed to the feel of seeing all the sights throughout the day. And that culminated with my daytime hours to taking up Hiraga and his invite to go to the theater. I've been enjoying the movies for the last 2 days, and continuing that today was just that much more fun. Seemed like it was a really artistic piece, had some good visuals and such. So to be able to talk to somebody who's knowledgeable about art like Hiraga is, and to do something like that, I haven't even seen him for the last couple weeks, so to catch up like that, and to have fun, and to make that summer memory. Just once again, being at the theater and seeing the movie as the summer sort of thing. We can't do this every day. This is one of those things that can only be done when the time is available. The time was available today, and I'm glad I spent it that way. So we got a little bit closer as a social group. I gained a lot of charm progress there, actually, because of the major arcana I found in Tartarus last night. And it just felt like a fun use of my daytime. Coming back to the dorm in the evening, it was another reminder that it is still summer and it's still really hot out. It was kind of cool to see that even Mitsuru was a little bit affected by that. She was trying to do her best to handle it, but it even affected her as well, as much as she tries to not let it show. So she's right there with us in that knowledge that it is not as comfortable as it could be. And I was able to get out and take another bit of a walk and kind of just talk out the evening. I do want to get to Tartarus, but I wanted to take that break as well. We were there the last 2 nights, and the idea of taking breaks and recovery to lead to better progress later has come up a lot in this series already. Be it with the track team or with Akihiko's recovery after April. There's a lot of instances where there was talk about, okay, if you take a day or 2 here to recover, that'll make you more prepared and more capable next time. So while it felt a little selfish and wrong to not head right to Tartarus to rescue that person, I like to think that the team and I were taking that break from the last 2 nights to recover and recuperate, sort out our thoughts and abilities and things, and just be as ready as we can be the next time we're out. So whether that's tomorrow or the next few days, I don't want to let it go too long, but I want the team to be as ready and capable as possible when we do get there. So tonight was that time for recovery. There were no social opportunities tonight, so there were either the opportunities to pick up dinner somewhere or to do something with some people back at the dorm. There was the choice to cook with Akihiko, but we'd done that a few times already. But Yukari wanted to watch a DVD, and we'd started that with her a week or so ago, maybe a little longer than that even now. But she'd borrowed the next in the series, and so that seemed like the perfect kind of fun thing to do for the evening. I wanted to see where the story went. I wanted to spend some time with her. Really got to talk about the concept of betrayal. I didn't really see anything like that coming when we got into watching it. I probably spent a little longer talking about it than maybe necessary, but it was kind of fun to just have that thrown in my face and have to think about it. It would have been easy to just dismiss it and say, oh yeah, I'm perfect and I would totally forgive and forget. I'm not going to rehash that now, but it was interesting to actually try to take that real bit of introspection and look at that. But it was fun to see the show continue as well. It seems like we both really enjoyed it. There were some good plot twists and things, and it ended on a really strong cliffhanger. So it was well produced in that regard and really makes us both want to continue it. So she's going to get in contact with that friend again and hopefully borrow the next part of the series in the future. If it's anything like other after or evening activities like this, those seem to come in threes. So I've already watched the DVD with her twice. So potentially the next time would be the chance to unlock some sort of skill or characteristic, which is just even that much better. I use Yukari and the team quite a bit too, so the more she can do, the better for all of us. And it was fun. I mean, at the end of the day, that was the main reason to do that. I wanted to do something with the team that we enjoy doing, that has its benefits, but because it's fun. This is another one of those summer memories of just getting to watch that popular show together with a friend. To not have anything high pressure or dangerous, to just curl up on the couch, chat a bit, watch something fun, and to then think about it afterwards too. I mean, after the show ends on a cliffhanger like that, it dominates your thoughts for a while. It's like, oh, what is going to happen next? There were all these betrayals before, so what else might surprise us going forward? And it is almost kind of fun to be forced to take that break, as much as it is rough in the moment to have to stop. It gives it time to kind of settle in the brain and think for a while and just speculate and wonder. Hopefully our Yukari and I are having fun thinking about that for the next few days until we can see where the series goes from there. But that felt like a good way to end the day. We were able to get to bed at a decent hour. It gets us rested and recovered for tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what opportunities are out there. If the movie festival continues at Screenshot, I'd love to keep taking advantage of that. I need to keep Tartarus in mind to get that person rescued. We've got the full moon coming up in about 2 weeks, so that'll be here before we know it. Likewise, school starts that same week. So we've still got a little bit of summer left, and I want to just keep making the most of it. We did so today, and I'm happy with that, and I want to just keep that going. So with that, we have made it to the end of the day. It was a really good day, and I want to thank you so much for being here to share it with me. My name is Tom Shima. I stream this Persona A Day series live every day at 12:30 Eastern Time, so anytime that works for you, I would love to have you here. Each episode is also uploaded to my YouTube channel afterwards, so if you miss a day or you want to catch up on any other past days, that's always available for you that way. Whatever works best for your schedule. The week is moving along quite well. Let's all have a good Wednesday. Hopefully we can look back on the things we started the week with and have some fond thoughts about that, and hopefully it's got us in a good position to carry on with the week and come ahead by the end of it. Whatever you've got that you're working on, I hope it goes smoothly, and I hope you can balance out that fun and recovery in the mix as well. I'll try to do so, and I hope you can as well. I've been Tom Shima. Thank you so much for being here today. It means a lot to me. I hope I can see you tomorrow as this Persona A Day series continues. And until our paths cross again, I hope you take care. Thank you very much, and goodbye.